This is number, what, 97, data sufficiency. And we're trying to figure out if x is greater than y, and they tell us that these are integers, so no fractions. Is x greater than y? Well, let's look at clue 1. Clue 1 says x plus y is greater than 0. That's not going to work. Because if you let x, let's do, if you do 2 plus 1, 2 plus 1 is greater than 0, right? It's 3. And here x is greater than y. 2 is greater than 1. But what if I did negative 5 plus 6? That's greater than 0 because that's 1. But here, what? Negative 5. Negative 5 is not greater than 6. So it's a contradiction. All right, so 1 doesn't work. Clue 2. Y to the x is less than 0. Well, that means it's negative. How can I make this thing negative? A negative exponent doesn't necessarily make it negative. It's going to determine by our base, this y. So it's not going to work either. Let's look. If we had negative 2 to the third, that's negative 8, which is less than 0. And here I've got, this would be x is greater than y because 3 is bigger than negative 2. But what if I make it negative 2 to the negative 3? Negative 2 to the negative 3, that's 1 over a negative 2 cubed. Yeah, that's going to give me a negative number. It's going to give me negative 1/8. And what I want, yeah, that's less than 0. But here, negative 3, which is my x, is not, it's actually less than negative 2. So I got a contradiction. It doesn't work either. So what do I have here? Let's put them both together. Put both clues together. So we know from clue 2 that y is negative. Y is negative. All right. And we know from clue 1, that came from clue 2, we know that y is negative. We're trying to figure out is x greater than y. Well, if I take clue 1 and solve it for x, I get x is greater than y. And I know y is because x is greater than negative y. Okay, because you moved it to the other side. We started out with x plus y greater than 0. Okay, so we know y is negative. So x is greater than negative, and we know that y is negative. So that's going to give you a positive on the right-hand side, which tells you that x is greater than y. So your answer is C. If you put both of them together, it works.